Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Welcome into this special edition of Golf Central, and it was a dramatic day at the Worldwide Technology Championship down in Mexico. Matt Kuchar at one point had a 6-stroke lead but stumbled a quadruple bogey, followed up by another bogey, saw him ultimately settle for a tie for the lead through 54 holes with Colombia's Camilo Villegas. Camilo trying to win for the first time since 2014. Matt Kuchar trying to get to double digits in PGA Tour victories, but plenty of other stories listed on that page as well. Let's hear from some of the leaders.
Good round today, as Fred said earlier. There's a little peaks and valleys, but if we could start with your first 14 holes, 10 under par, that's a lot more representative of, I feel like, the golf that you came into the week feeling good about.
Yeah, listen, I'm playing some really good golf. I certainly was in very good control out there for the majority of the day, and had a lot of good things going. It was a fun first 14th. Listen, the 15th hole is, I think, one everybody's kind of got circled in their yardage book. This one could get you in some trouble. I had a terrible tee shot. I tried to ride the wind, try to have a slightly shorter club in, and ended up hitting a big hook instead of a little draw. It was a big hook in the junk, and that's the only one I'd love to have back. This approach in is a tough approach. When it came off the club, I thought it was pretty good. The wind just got the best of it. You know, left is no good, but neither is right. You have a big margin right, but you could hit the right edge of the green and end up in the same place I was. The slopes are just huge there, and so, from where I was, we all looked at that practice rounds and saw that's not a great place to be, and it is not a great place to be. I had one of those kind of resodded, ugly lies at first. I'm not sure how you play that shot with that steep of a bank, and I did not execute it, and then was in the hazard and really had no shot. And thankfully my ball, I don't know on which attempt that was, my 7th, was in a spot that I felt like, all right, this gives me a chance to get up and down, and I had a nice chip up there to a 1.5 or 2 feet, and all of a sudden saw what it was a big lead turn into not much of a lead. It's amazing how quick things can go in the game of golf. Certainly, I saw a big lead go away, but at the same time, I still feel like I'm awfully pleased with the state of my game.
One more question, then I'll let Adam. Not to sound too philosophical, but you were kind of at a crossroads at that point. You could have let that just completely devour your mood, your attitude, everything, but you didn't. You're standing here, you're talking to us now, you finished your round, you're smiling. Obviously the game of golf is a lot more mental, is it fair to say, so, than physical? Is that what makes the difference with you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think I have a pretty good understanding of how that outlook, and listen, it's 72 holes. I'm normally really good at bogey avoidance, certainly even better at double bogey avoidance, and then throw quadruple bogey avoidance. I'm pretty good at, but it happens here. And the next hole, I kind of was really looking forward to executing good shots. I did not. That's one of my favorite holes on the course. I think 16 is a really well-designed hole. Got myself in a kind of another tricky situation, and I was hugely pleased. Probably, I thought biggest shot of the day for me was that putt for bogey. I made about a 10-footer for bogey there, and that's one, like walking off the green. I think had that not gone in, my head might have hung a little low. But have that go in, all right, I'm playing good golf. A bit of a bummer walk off with a par on the last, but I did put a drive in a bunker and tried to be aggressive, and ended up kind of lipping out for birdie. But all in all, listen, I still feel like I'm playing really good golf, and certainly would love to be 6 shots clear of where I am at the moment. But I'm in a good spot, and certainly excited for tomorrow.
What do you think Tiger would say to you about that 15th hole today?
He'd probably say, well, why don't you hit it on the right side of the green? Said it's pretty easy. He's giving you a big hill. Hit it over on the right. Camilo had no problem with it today. Listen, it's a unique thing. We saw a birdie on that hole and an 8 on that hole. It's doable. It's not an impossible hole. But it is certainly one where lots of trouble can be had.
Was your head spinning 15, 16?
It's funny. Things start getting moving quickly. I feel like this was, and I felt it, and I feel like I was able to slow it down about as well as I've handled these situations in the past. I think everybody's had this happen. If you've played competitive golf, you've kind of been in a situation like this, and certainly I saw things going quickly, but I think I was able to stay about as calm as I've ever been when I've kind of seen these things start to move as quick as they move.
Playing in the final grouping, what are your thoughts after the third round?
No, today was a interesting day, a little different than the first two. Putter wasn't as hot, but I think overall it was positive. I mean, I'm in the final group tomorrow. That's good. Emotionally, I was pretty at peace on the golf course, and made great birdies on number 15 and 16. Probably two of the holes that were playing the toughest, and they were Matt was kind of running away, but golf is weird, and came back to us. We gotta be back tomorrow, play good, keep staying aggressive. There's a lot of low scores on this golf course, and see what happens.
After yesterday's going low yesterday, it's always hard to follow up with another low round. What kind of kept you at peace today?
I think not starting the way I wanted to start, and just feeling comfortable out there, to be honest. That gave me peace. That gave me just kind of stay in the present. Just keep plugging. Made birdie on number, forget what, hole 6, and then I bogey 9, and I was a little bit like, come on, man, we need a good back 9, and I got it. Even though I had a couple bogeys, I made some good birdies coming in, and go home with a good feeling.
What are going to be the keys tomorrow with the putter?
No, the putter's been great. Like I said I missed a couple shorter ones today, but the putting was still great. I felt comfortable with the putter. I rolled some great putts, and I just happened to miss 2 that I haven't missed in the first 2 days.
Another good round today, 6 under. What are your thoughts heading into the final round tomorrow?
Make more birdies. You know, if it's as calm as it was this morning, someone's going to get to, I don't know, 25. So just keep making birdies.
While you're out there, were you scoreboard watching it all, seeing what Matt Kuchar was doing early on?
No, I got off to a super hot start, so I knew it was somewhere around the top. And then, so I didn't really look all day, and then it was somewhere in the back 9, maybe hole 13. I saw that he was a 21 under. And I mean, Kuch, the great player that he is, you know, you don't really expect him to make too many mistakes, especially with fairways as wide as this. So I saw he drop back just a couple, but yeah, you know, we'll see what tomorrow brings.
With the scoreable course like this, what's kind of the game plan of how this course matches your game tomorrow?
I think it matches me great. I'm a great iron player. Like I said, the fairways are wide, so everyone's going to be hitting all of them. And it's a second shot golf course. You know, there's lots of little pockets on the greens, and it kind of suits my game. I've putted well this week as well, so everything's coming together nicely.
What would it mean to have a big week this week as we're coming down to the final couple events, the FedEx Cup Ball?
Yeah, it'd mean everything. I've got a mate that's really sick, and I want to go see him. And, you know, I'm 125 going into this week, and I just want to go home and go see him. So I want to get my job done tomorrow and just take care of things.